Good morning. My name is Jada High, and today I'll be presenting the discovery of Archaea as a separate domain of life. To start with the background information, Archaea was mistakenly discovered in the year of 1977 by scientist Carl Woese and his colleagues while conducting research on his bacterial molecular taxonomy project. Archaea constitutes the third domain of life, a remarkable group of prokaryotic microbes, unique biochemical and genomic features. Archaea are now known in society to be metabolically diverse organisms coexisting with bacteria and eukarya in most of Earth's environments. Today, most scientists identify Archaea as one of the strongest siblings found anywhere in the phylogenetic tree. To the right, you see a visual of the phylogenetic tree where we have bacteria and eukarya as differences because obviously these are eukaryotic organisms and bacteria is a prokaryotic organisms. And like I mentioned before, Archaea was mistakenly found because the only two identified organisms at the time was bacteria, aka prokaryote and eukaryote. But when scientist Carl Woese noticed that um, it was an organism that identified as a prokaryote but was not bacteria, that's when he was able to find archaic organisms. Next, we have the significance and or impact. So far, Archaea has contributed as major routes for ammonia oxidation in the environment. It has contributed globally to nutrient cycles. It assists in the production of thermostable polymerases, and it represents a sizable proportion of the microbial population in a wide variety of non-extreme environments, such as soil, oceans, and lakes. And of course, it also helps regulate life in extreme environments like salt brines, hydrothermal vents, and extremely acidic niches. Currently, um, current data suggests that archaea can colonize and survive in humans, which means that humans are more susceptible to archaic pathology, um, and which makes it more difficult to even assess. I also read that new studies have found that archaea has organisms which help, I didn't want to say help, but which produce um, disease causing organisms. Um, Lastly, I have that metabolic byproducts of archaea, specifically methane, have demonstrated modular, immunomodular, immunodulatory effects through anti-inflammatory and antioxidative pathways. At the bottom here, I have cited some peer-reviewed sources. I have some more images of archaic organisms, prokaryotic organisms. Well, actually, these are different type of bacterias, archaic bacterias, um, which is we have Coccus, Bacillus, the curved rods, pleomorphic. This is another type of organisms, like something you would see under a microscope, of course. We have an image of the archaic organism. And again, at the top, this is just another example of the phylogenetic tree created by Carl Woese.